The reason why I'm here today is to talk about the hypocrisy of Yoruba people. Since Ibrahim Babangida said that the January 1966 coup was never an Igbo coup, Yoruba people are the major people that are angry. Yoruba people started saying that IBB is lying, that he's just trying to defend the Igbos and turn the Igbos against Yoruba people. Just imagine. So many retired officers are saying today that the coup was not an Igbo coup. Just like IBB said in his book, he said that the coup was a nationalist coup. It's not a tribal something. They did it to stabilize the country and also to bring out Awolowo from detention. That's just the reason for the coup. It's not an Igbo something. If you check the names of the coup plotters, Yoruba people are there, Igbos are there. Some other tribes also were among the coup plotters. So why are Yoruba people saying it's an Igbo coup? Knowing fully well that it's not an Igbo coup, that their fellow Yoruba officers were there. We all know that the reason why Yoruba people are saying that it's an Igbo coup was because Kaduna Nzogo is an Igbo man. Because he's the head of the coup plotter. So that was the reason why these people are saying it's an Igbo coup. If Kaduna Nzogo is a Yoruba man, will Yoruba people ever go about saying that the coup was a Yoruba coup? No, they will never try such a thing. A coup that was made to stabilize the country and to bring out Awolowo from detention is now a problem. If you look at the names of the coup plotters, Yoruba officers were there. But the way Yoruba people are going about saying it's an Igbo coup, you will feel that there are no Yoruba officers there. Yoruba people say that Igbos committed a bloody coup, killing people. We must know that an Igbo officer was killed also. Officer Unebe. He was killed by a fellow Igbo officer because he was against the coup. So why are Yoruba people saying that it's an Igbo coup? The wife of MKO Abiola was killed in cold blood through an assassination by the orders of El Mustafa, a Hausa man from the north, a Northerner. Yet Yoruba people said nothing because they are so afraid of the north. Up till today, Yoruba people are not saying anything about it. Abiola did an election in Yoruba land. He won and they took the mandate from him. Abiola was poisoned. Yet Yoruba people are not talking about it, knowing that a well-respected man in Yoruba land was killed. If that Northerner that killed the wife of Abiola is an Igbo man, you will see these Yoruba people everywhere online saying all sorts of things. Just can you imagine? But now a Northerner killed their daughter. They are not saying anything. They just push the matter aside because they are afraid of the north. The Awolowo that the coup plotters were doing everything possible to bring us from detention told Gowon to block the whole borders, to make sure that there is no food for the Igbos during the Biafra war, to make sure that they stop the importation of food to Igbo land. And it worked. That blockage caused hunger in Igbo land. More than 1 million Igbos, women and children, died because of hunger. And that is because of Awolowo. And in that book by IBB said that they know that Awolowo don't love the Igbo people. Awolowo don't love Igbo people, but they still did everything to bring him out. Yet he turned against the Igbos and told Gowon to starve the Igbos to death. Is that not wickedness? Awolowo is a very wicked man. Look at this Yoruba man here. He said that the coup was never an Igbo coup. He mentioned the name of the coup plotters. The names of the Igbos were there. The names of Yoruba plotters were there. I don't know why so many of these Yoruba people are just bigots. They don't love the truth. During the time of the coup, Yoruba people are the ones controlling the media. So that was how they propagated it. It's not that many people's eyes are now opening. And they are now seeing the truth that the coup was never an Igbo coup. In the last presidential election, MC Oluomo in Lagos State told the Igbos never to vote for Labour Party. That any Igbo that did not vote for APC will be beaten. And that if you know that you will never vote APC, you should not come out that day. After he said it, no king from Yoruba land cautioned him. The military officers in Nigeria were all quiet. No politician from Yoruba land said anything. Every notables in Yoruba land were all quiet because Tinubu is their overlord. Tinubu is their God. Tinubu is their king. So anybody from Yoruba land that speaks against what that MC Oluomo said will be dealt with by Tinubu. MC Oluomo is a thug working for Tinubu. So any Yoruba person that goes against him will be dealt with. If not that the country is against the Igbos, will a sensible country ignore that boy? They will not ignore him. They will arrest him immediately. But it's because he is against the Igbos. In Nigeria, anyone that is against the Igbos, no problem. They will not arrest that person. If the people that MC Oluomo told that rubbish are Hausa people, they would have locked him up. And nobody from the entire Yoruba land will say anything. Imagine if MC Oluomo is an Igbo man. If during presidential election that an Igbo person said that no Yoruba person should vote for Tinubu, that they should all vote for Labour Party, P2B, that if they did not vote for P2B, that none of them should come outside. You would have seen jet fighters, different kind of weapon. Nigeria that don't have submarine will go and bring submarine. They will bring the entire security in Nigeria, start bombing and killing the Igbos in the southeast. But a tout in Yoruba land did the same thing and nothing happened. Nigeria is not a fair country. Yoruba people, stop fighting with Igbos. We are not your problem. Okay? Say no to bigotry. Say no to tribalism. Ishegware.